Hey guys, welcome back here. Michael Saley here with BAONG. In this module, we're going to be showing you guys how to create your own business success roadmap. And it's basically going to be a one-page business plan to help you see your business at a glance, and also a tool to help you grow your business as you expand and do more activities. It'll always be something that'll help you reference, and it'll help you give you a clear plan to build your business. Okay, so here we go. All right, so this is the slideshow that I'm going to do for you guys and kind of walk you through it. But first, I want to share this really interesting statistic. So this is from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it shows that about 70% of businesses fail within the first few years of operation. Now, one of the reasons why that's a major factor is because most businesses fail to plan. And if you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. So that's essentially how these two things work hand in hand. But you can avoid this by following this plan, which we're going to be giving you, and it's going to be your one-page business plan. But there's one thing to keep in mind with this. There's really no such thing as failure. It's just a learning step for you to become more successful. A lot of people I know, if this is your first time starting a business, or in the past you've tried to start a business, you might have feel, a lot of anxiety, feel like there's a lot of risk. But we're going to help you guys see that there is a method, an actual way to do business, and also to start your business in a very methodical way. So that way you can avoid a lot of the common pitfalls that most people go through. And that's really going to lower your risks. So that way you can see that this is okay, this makes sense. And you can explain this to someone else on why it makes sense, and then how you can go about launching and doing your business. So here we go. The purpose of this training course is really to help you launch your business very quickly. And we're going to help you focus on starting to sell, so that way you can get revenue, because generating revenue and getting that first money in your bank account or cash in hand, depending on the type of business you're going to do later, is really essential. It's critical to show you that this idea that you had that now became a business actually works. And that's also going to be proof to anyone else. Maybe you have a significant other that's not really sure about you, right? Maybe you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, right? Maybe that person's not fully, on board with it. Well, by focusing on sales first and getting that will show to you and them that this can work. So that's what we're going to be doing in a later module. And then the last module is basically how to explore options to scale your business and grow. So that way you can step away and not have to worry about your business falling apart. And at the same time, your business will continue to operate and generate revenue for you. So that way you feel like it's a real business versus like a side hustle, which if we haven't talked about yet, we'll share another video on that and what those look like. So before I go any further, a lot of people still ask me, hey, Michael, how long have you been doing this? What's your history? How did you get started? So I just want to go ahead and just dive into that and just share a little bit about me. And it's not to brag, but it's just to really show you guys that I have been doing this for a long time. My name is Michael Saley, as I mentioned. I've been doing this for about 6 years professionally. Started with creating my own first business. If you guys haven't, I created a video that talked about that business and what that was like. So check that out. It was the last video before this. I started my own business basically while I was in college, and then later on I realized I really care more about helping others grow their business, and I was really interested in the marketing side of it, how to grow businesses using marketing and sales and advertising and all that stuff. And I've pretty much been doing that for the last 6 years. And then I've helped over 200 clients in different industries. I've worked with local businesses. I've worked with online only businesses. I've worked with e-commerce businesses with their own like e-commerce platform, whether it's WordPress, Shopify, WooCommerce. I haven't done Magento yet, but I've seen what it looks like. And then also in Amazon. So Amazon businesses, the ones that a lot of us order from. And I've worked in these capacities with 3 different marketing agencies: a local marketing agency, an e-commerce specializing in Amazon marketing agency, and then I worked last with a corporate marketing agency in-house, working with them in their own in-house team, a Bay Area marketing agency. So that's where I've gained my skills and kind of like built my own frameworks and system out of it. And now I'm looking to share this with the Mien community. A lot of people ask, Michael, why are you doing this? Why are you so concerned about helping the Mien community? Well, part of it comes from my desire to really want to build something for the future, not just for myself, but for my kids. And I'll share a little bit about that later on. But really, it's about creating something that my kids will be proud of. And I hope one day that we have a conversation where my son asks, "Hey, Dad, I see you used to record all the time at night. I'm really glad, that you stuck with it and you were committed to doing it." And I hope that future one day looks like maybe we're at a barbecue and it's all surrounded by us Mien people and Mien people doing business together. That I would love to see. And I'm sure we can get there. But it starts here. So in my last video, I talked a little bit about my first business. We started this up here in a small town in Chico, California. I think it's about 50, 60, 70,000 population. And we ranked number 3. And that business was called Swishmates. It was a local housekeeping company. And I ranked top 3 in the country, in the city, against 43 other businesses. And the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is exactly how I did that business and how I made it successful. And then I went on to do it for others. So I shared with you guys one story here, and if you guys haven't already checked out, this is on our YouTube channel. You can go to BAONG on YouTube and you can check out this. It's also on our website. Just click on the articles section and you can find this. It's basically a Mien Talk series where I interviewed my first client and friend, chef and restaurant owner Jilse Lee in Orville, California, and how after 5 years he's still going on strong. In fact, his business is doing so well. In the height of the pandemic, he went and bought a restaurant. He actually bought a bar. And right there in this picture here in his hand, he's holding a liquor license. And these things are very, very hard to get and very, very expensive. If you know anyone that's in the restaurant industry, they probably could tell you that sometimes it's near impossible to even get one of these. But his restaurant is doing very well and it's expanding to become a bar. And he'll be launching that here in 2021 soon. So keep an eye out for that. Lots of great things to come. The next thing is that, people have seen me do my own business. They've seen me help the other people, but who else have I helped? Well, this is one of my clients that I've worked with. We've been working together for a long time, and it was interesting how we got introduced, which I'll share about later on in a different video. But basically, he was looking to grow his business, and during the height of the pandemic, we got him to launch his business, and then we got him featured on the local news. As you can see here, you can even look it up. Good Day Sacramento. His business is Easy Vibe Coffee. He's a founder. And then right here on the right side, as you can see, that's a screenshot that he posted on his Facebook not too long ago, where he pretty much locked in a deal, 3 corporate deals with Blue Diamond. That's the almond company, if you guys know. And then he is right now working with Mendocino Farms. I think they're kind of like a upscale-ish like eatery. And they make some really amazing food. They're in Sacramento, Bay Area, all over the place. And yeah, he's just expanding the business now. So that's one thing that, I've worked with outside. But, don't take my word for it. Let me just play something right here for you guys. Here it is.
What's up, everybody? It's Romain, founder of Easy Vibe. And I've been working with Mike for about 3 years now. And he's always bringing something new to the game. He stays on top of the latest trends and marketing strategies. And they always hit. Always get results, and it's efficient too. So I highly recommend Mike.
So there you guys have it. Let me go back to this. So are you guys ready now to build your business? Here we go. So we're going to start with the 1-page business plan. And I'm basically going to escape out of this so I can build it with you guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my first business as the example, since I already built it. Now, your business plan, your 1-page business plan, is, once again, your business success roadmap. It's going to be that thing that you can always pull up and you can look at and see where your business is at. And each one of these little boxes that you see here are like levers within your business. If you're experiencing something, you can adjust something else. If your costs are too high later on in your business, you can look at this and look at ways to improve that. So this is very strategic, but it takes a tactical approach so that it's not all just ideas, but something that you can use. And it's really easy because it's forcing you to work within one page. So I'm going to pick here my business. I'm going to put my name down, my business. And this is iteration 1. It's like what version, basically, because you can always duplicate these, right click, duplicate, and then create a new version and give it a new date. So here, I'm just going to pick the problem. The problem that we wanted to solve was local housekeeping. That was our business. And then we just started there. I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible, and then I'll go back and reiterate, and you guys will see how I think through this. Solution here. Problem. No, sorry. That is the solution. Local housekeeping. We focused on move-in, move-outs. That's, when someone moves. It's mostly move-outs. When someone vacates their home, maybe because it was a rental property or something, then we went in and took care of those cleanings. There was also, because we were in a college town in Chico, California, there was Chico State. So Chico State move-outs. Right, that's targeting the local versus the move-outs for people who live in those homes, like families. So family move-out, Chico college student move-outs. So those were two problems that we looked into solving. And then we wanted to get regular cleaning, housekeeping, regular services. Put this one over here. See, so once again, it's really, really cool. You can move these around at any time just so you can see it. And sometimes you may have to do a couple different variations so you can map this out. Think of it something as you're always going to be improving upon. So that way you have a good focus on your business. Okay, so let me just go through it quickly. Existing other businesses in place. You can look on Yelp, Google for these other businesses. Unique value propositions. So what are we doing differently? So with Swishmates at this time in 2015 when we launched this business in 2015. No one was really offering something new. They were doing the typical call me up and we'll take care of your housekeeping. But no one was doing online booking. Online booking was very, very new, 2015. The technology was just coming in, so that's what we offered, online booking. If you didn't want to call, that's fine. Just go to our website, enter your information for your home details, and select the services that you want, and then place a booking. And then it comes in, either myself or my team sees the booking, and then we take care of the business. So online booking was very, very new. We also offered a white glove service, and that's basically, we tried to live up to a very high expectation that we set for ourselves that's different from the other companies at that time. So that was one thing. We also offered organizing, which the other companies weren't doing. What else did we offer? We offered reoccurring online bookings. So very easy. And this came with a calendar system, which no other company was really doing. At the time, traditional housekeeping businesses were still stuck with doing something on paper and pencil. And every time someone called in to look for housekeeping, they were like, well, let us check our books and then we'll get back to you. And most of the time, those bookings didn't go through because they never called back, or they were just their calendar on paper was all booked out. So those clients that were looking to get their home serviced, they couldn't go anywhere to anyone. So these are some of the services we provided. The unfair advantage. The unfair advantage really was our scheduling system. Scheduling system was pretty much the key, our technology, I should say. What else did we offer? We offered English-only speakers. And that was just because we wanted to reach a certain demographic and show that we had credibility. And we had people that we worked with, which were licensed professionals. So all of the people in our team members were all licensed professionals. They've been doing this for minimum, I believe, 5 years. That was our vetting process. And we went through that to ensure that they licensed, bonded, and had all those credentials in place. So that way it also brought up the value of our company. Customer segments. So once again, this is family move-outs, college students, professionals that we wanted to target, and B2B So we did cleanings for businesses in downtown Chico. This is office space that we did cleaning for. Um, yeah, that was pretty much office space that we did. Some janitorial stuff for like after events. I always should say that event cleanup, post event. We'll just say that one. Post event cleaning kind of sums it up. Okay. And then key metrics. How do we define the success we were doing? Well, we set target monthly revenue goals. And each month we're trying to beat our last goal. And of course, we sometimes had slow months. Sometimes people just weren't cleaning or they didn't need cleaning. Like during November and December, during family times, Thanksgiving, Christmas, most of the families at home, they didn't really need service. But come January, everyone's looking for, a new start for the year. We would run promotions and start to market very heavily in January and start to get business. And then we will also do another market for spring cleaning because people love to do spring cleaning. And those things just fit in line. So target monthly goals were metrics. We were also getting target reoccurring bookings. And that's basically after we service a client for the first time, our system will tag them, say, hey, this is a new client. Let's try to get them for another service. And basically we will call them up and try to get their business again to put them on a regular schedule, whether it's every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, or once a month. We're always focused on trying to get more customers to do business with us again. So that way it's not a one-time transaction, and then we also have a predictable revenue stream. So those were the two, and I have a couple more, but I'm gonna try to keep it light. So the path to the customers, this is how we marketed, and we did a lot of Facebook ads. We did local promotions. We did a B2B promotion. So we worked with some businesses and offered them deals, and then in exchange, they would refer us. So I guess you'd call that, we'll just put a separate one, referral. And the referrals came in from businesses and existing clients. So we would reach out to an existing client sometimes, or give them a deal like, hey, if you refer someone, we'll give you a discount on your next cleaning. So we did stuff like that, and it really brought in a lot of business for us that way. And these are some of the things that we'll be sharing a little bit more about: strategic partnerships. So early adopters, first people who really signed up with us were college students, because I was a college student at the time when I started the business. And pretty much I told all my classmates, and they told their classmates. And then we got some of our first bookings. Our first booking was a college student. He was moving out of that location because he had finished graduating, and he was like, okay, well, I heard you guys were doing home cleaning. Can you guys take care of my home? And we're like, sure, let's do it. So we got a lot of college students in the beginning, and then we got into the sorority and fraternity regulars. Recurring, I'll say recurring. Because sororities love to throw parties, so did fraternities. So it made sense that they needed post-event cleanup. So that worked out really, really well for us. And then also we worked with real estate agents, because real estate agents could offer something to their clients. So maybe an agent sells a home to a client, and then after that client moves in, that's a move-in clean, they want to get some of that cleaning done. So we work with the agent, maybe give them a discount, and then that agent will hook up their client with a free home cleaning, and the agent will pay for it for them. And it just brought in great value for the agent, made them really stand out. So once again, another strategic partnership that we built with real estate agents. I know I'm sharing a lot of crazy stuff, and you might be thinking, wow, this is really, really valuable. And it is. This is stuff that I've consulted with a lot of business clients, over 200, sharing lots of high-level strategies that they can actually use that are practical in their business. And I'm sharing them with you guys today, so you can do this. So moving on here, cost structure. This is pretty much how you do business. Our margins, I'll just tell you guys, our margins, we try to aim for at least 40 to 50% across everything on the board. And we did a very, very good job controlling the cost at all times. We got our costs down for, website, scheduling, pretty much all of our software. We got our everything down, our costs. I think across the board was about, I would say overhead. Overhead, these are like all the stuff, technology, the inputs, all the things you have to put in to get business. because like we couldn't operate our business without the online booking system that we had. And we got all of our costs down to, I think, about 5 to 7%, which was pretty amazing. The majority of our costs came from labor, because we had to bring in professionals to work with us, and I believe depended on their experience. It was anywhere between 40 to 50%. 40 to 50%. I would say about 40-60%. That's time. Yeah, I would say yeah. And the margins here are not net profit. That's something else, and I'll keep that to ourselves. So that's different. So labor costs was about between 40 to 60%, and depend on the experience of that licensed professional that we were working with. Because someone we had worked with had over 15 years of experience, and obviously we paid more for her because we wanted her to really take care of the biggest deals that we had, and she eventually became one of our team leaders for the business, which made it super easy for us to grow very, very fast. So revenue streams that we brought in, we had one-time bookings. These are typically like those deals that you see like on a Groupon or a Yelp, like, hey, get this discount to do this business. We did a couple of those, but eventually we stopped doing any of that. We didn't do any kind of Yelp. We didn't do any kind of Groupon or anything, because we didn't want those kinds of clients. And typically when you're giving deals out, you're getting deal seeking clients, and that's not really good for business. And I'll talk about that later on when we get to the next module about how to price your products and services in a way that makes sense for your business to grow. So we had one-time bookings, and then we had recurring bookings. These were the bi-weekly, monthly, and so forth. And then we had the big ones. These were also one time, but these were move out bookings. And we had some clients that actually they loved the service so much that they referred it to someone else, or they told someone else about the move out. And we got a lot of referral move out bookings, which was very, very surprising. But it also happened to work well in our favor, because we also partnered with another strategic alliance that we did with property management. So we work with property management companies, because property managers know where all the move outs are happening. They know when tenants are moving in and out. So it made perfect sense for us to work with some of the property managers, and that was a great deal. Another one, which I'll share with you guys, Airbnb. This was new. We worked with some Airbnb clients, and these were great for us. They were happy to pay us our rate and not try to ever lowball us, because they can factor that cost into their business. So we had a couple Airbnb clients, and I could continue on and on with the revenue stream, but you guys can see from just right here alone already, this is kind of like the sauce of the business. And you can literally take this business plan and go create your own housekeeping company. And I'll give you full permission. You can use mine. You can do it. And this would give you a blueprint to how to launch that business and become very successful. This is the business success blueprint that's going to help you grow your business. I need to pick one name. I think I'm just going to call it Business Success Roadmap, because I like that one a whole lot better. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to continue to create more modules and release them as soon as we can. But right now, it's looking like once a week. That's because we have other things to focus on. But at the same time, we want to create lots of great content, and we want to make sure that's very it's high value, stuff that you're not going to be able to find typically on a YouTube. And this comes from years of experience. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next module. Here we go.